Okay, thank you guys. How are you? How is everyone? I'm called Abdallah Waruslim Nakabangamwe, sports presenter at Radio for Uganda. Today I'm going to talk about the Premier League project restart, where your teams, the likes of Arsenal, the likes of Man U, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, we've seen them playing. But the only challenge I'm having right now is Arsenal. Arsenal, your team is not performing, and the bosses seems not to be ready to invest in this team. Each and every team that has performed to the top level, at least they have invested. They have been having that basic squad of all times. For example, when you look at the Arsenal, that last won the Premier League, the unbeaten run, it had the likes of Frederick Lumbach, the likes of Thierry Henry, the likes of Reyes. You can talk about the Dennis Bergkamp, Rodney Maya, Kolo Toure, Jens Lehmann. Okay, right now we can compare Ban Leno to Jens Lehmann. That's okay. But you can't compare the likes of Reece Nelson to those Frederick Lumbach. They were good. They were better. Even the Arsenal that came after that top Arsenal team. That is how I can even talk about it. That Arsenal had the likes of Santi Cazorla, the Arsenal that had the likes of Sexy Fabregas, that had Alex Song, that had Robin van Persie, among others. They also failed they also failed to compete. Right now, looking at Manchester United after the project restart, I think also Manchester United, they have to do something, because you're having players like Bruno Fernandes, the likes of Popo Guba, Scott McTominay, Freddie. They are good in the midfield, but in front they are not good. The strikers are not clinical. You can't say a team will rely on Anthony Martial to look for goals. Anthony Martial is not clinical. Anyway, we can think about Marcus Rashford, but I'm not having that trust in Marcus Rashford because I don't think he can still perform to the top level. Is from the injury. The guy is still learning something. You can rely on players like Jesse Lingard. Daniel James is still learning something. Juan Mata is aging. You look at the likes of the Mason Greenwood. You can't depend on him. So I think also Manchester United, they have to think beyond and look for a serious striker. Fine, Odion Igalo. You're having Odion Igalo on the run spell. Yes, Odion Igalo is good, but it's not worth winning the Premier League. Right now, the Premier League is very, very competitive because you're competing with teams like Liverpool, having the front three, which is having Mohamed Salah, Roberto Firmino, and Sadio Mane. You're competing with Man City, it's having Raheem Sterling, they're having Bernardo Silva, Riyad Mahrez, Conor Aguero, Gabriel Jesus, Kevin De Bruyne. Then here there is Ilkay Gundogan, Phil Foden is there. They are still having Lois San. David Silva is still there. Okay, David Silva is getting out of the picking order, but still they're having the replacements for these players. So when you really want to compete, you have to build a strong attacking force, which I think Manchester United right now they are still lacking. They have to add in some players. Fine, the Fernandes and Pogba can add something in your team, but still you have to do something beyond that. Secondly, I'll talk about Chelsea. Chelsea, they are preparing the next season because I've seen this in the way they are managing their business, signing Hakim Ziyech, signing the likes of Timo Werner. You're looking for Ben Chilwell, you want to sign him. At least that team is preparing for the next season. Remember, Chelsea has been having the transfer ban. They couldn't sign those players, but right now they are looking forward to prepare the next team which will compete. They have understood that, okay, this season we've struggled, but okay, let's build a team which will compete. A case which is not a team like Arsenal, a case which is not on teams like Spurs. At least we are talking about the big 60 teams. For Liverpool, looking for Kalidou Koulibaly, that's good because when you're trying to pursue Kalidou Koulibaly from Napoli, teams like Man U are interested in this player. We know Kalidou Koulibaly is a ball player, is a defender. He can help you defensive-wise and offensive-wise. There are very few players which can do that better than Kalidou Koulibaly right now, because you can think about the Virgil van Dijk, the Harry Maguires, and so on. So I think Liverpool is also doing some good business there. Man City, they have to go back on the round table and they think beyond, because they still want to strengthen their defense. Since the departure of Vicente Company, they have been struggling. We've seen them putting Fernandinho back, dropping from the midfield to their defense in the center back, and Emile Laporte is injured pro. John Stones has failed to convince the coach. Then for the full backs, I think they are working very well. You look at the likes of Alexander Zichenko is a good guy. Kel Walker is working very well in the right full back. So at least there, but center back is their main problem. Yeah, according to me, I think those are the big six so far. Looking forward to the project restart and the next season, because right now we are discussing what is happening right now and what will happen after this, because teams are preparing for the next season. So yeah, that is it. Manu up front, then Arsenal. I think the whole team, because you're not sure even the Aubameyang will stay. I've seen some people are saying Arsenal should say goodbye to Mesut Ozil right now. People are saying Mesut Ozil should leave Arsenal because it's adding nothing and it's taking a lot of money, and the team, at least they have faced some financial challenges and financial issues, so they have to set themselves, so they have to let some players go to balance their finances and so on. So Mesut Ozil will be leaving. I don't know when Mesut Ozil leaves, who will play that role. He has been playing in Arsenal. Anyway, that is all for the big six. That is Spurs. Spurs also needs an overall changes. You leave the likes of Son, Hurricane, then Begwin has been performing, Lucas Moura, okay. Then in defense, you're not sure whether you will retain the Vatogen because they are also leaving. Anyway, they also need to make some changes, serious changes, if they are to compete next season. Thank you. Subscribe to my channel. I'm Abdullah Warsimbi.